ドジャースの大谷翔平投手29はロッキーズ戦に1番 DH で先発。1回の第1打席で先頭打者アーチを放った。大谷の先頭打者アーチはエンゼルス時代の2022年5月以来で通算7本目。大谷がナ・リーグ本塁打ランキングで単独トップに立った。今回は大活躍を見せた大谷選手とドジャースについて詳しく解説している番組をご紹介します。それではご覧ください。
Hello, folks, and welcome to Access Sports Tech Dodgers. Kelvin Washington alongside Jerry Harrison Jr., Nomar Garcia-Parra, and I'll tell you what, 3-1 feels much better than 2-2. Feels like you dominated them. And Jay Harry, we talked about it earlier. So sometimes you just got to win the series, especially a team like this with the Rockies who are struggling.
I love the way the Dodgers came out really swinging. Shohei Ohtani set the tone right away. Leadoff bomb. Gavin Stone, another great performance for him. I think he is an all-star. Dodgers, you have to win series, especially against the Rockies who are rebuilding. Great series win.
We talked about being a must-win, and they took care of business. Scored early. We said that was important. Gavin Stone was outstanding. The bullpen coming in, they did their job. I think all around, it was just a good win. Even from the offensive side, when you look at it, every single starter but one got a base hit. And that one, usually when he gets a hit, they win with Miguel Rojas. But at the same time, it was just a good, solid win for the Dodgers.
Able to get a win despite that non-hit from Miggy. But I'll tell you what, you guys talked about needing 8 runs. Didn't even need that. Got it with 5. Got able to get the job done. And you talked about from top, you got Shohei getting a home run, his 21st. And then Gavin Stone coming out there and dominating as well. Just what you wanted from them to get the 3-1 series win for them. You know, we got the home run, so you got the offense started. But also we've been talking about Gavin Stone. You've been saying, Jay Hare, pitching at an all-star level. They've won now 9 out of the 10 starts, his last 10 starts. He goes 5 1/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, but 7 Ks. I mean, he looks sharp today.
He was outstanding. Again, he understands what it means to pitch down in the zone, and you have to pitch down in the zone, especially there at Coors Field. Used all his pitches. He's been confident really since day one. You know, coming into spring training, he got a lot stronger. He started to identify different pitches he's going to need to be effective in the big leagues. Look at the depth of the breaking ball, the combo right there that looks like a fastball. When you're mixing and matching and staying low at the knees, you can get big league hitters to chase. And oh, by the way, also have 96 above the belt. Just an incredible job of using all your pitches and really having a great rapport with catcher Will Smith.
Yeah, I think we did an excellent job changing the eye level. We talked about that. That was one of his goals this year coming into the game, was really changing the eye level of the hitters. I thought he executed that really well. You know, they talked about being squirrely there in the 5th and the 6th inning. I'll tell you, it's one of those where you're debating, do you let him get through that? I know he walked a couple of batters, but overall, he was looking so good. Even the hits where he induced weak contact as well, just some of the hits, even that one that was back up the middle, wasn't necessarily just a rocket. He got in on it. I mean, it was a good hit, but it wasn't as great as some of the that it could have been. So he looked fantastic, and you know, keep it going.
Yeah, keep it rolling for sure. We're going to head back now to the booth for a recap with Steven and EK from Coors Field.
Well, EK, all in all, a series win for the Dodgers. They take care of business here at Coors Field.
Yeah, really a nice victory this afternoon. And Shohei Ohtani, he set the tone. First at-bat, hitting the ball over the center field wall. And then Gavin Stone giving him 5 good innings where he really kept this offense off balance. It was a hitter's day. Will Smith, Freddie Freeman, Paez, and Vargas.
Yeah.
Really a team win. Good to get home with a victory and a nice fight coming up.
And good to see the team have some, you know, high leverage situations the last 3 games of the series, you know, because you always take the long-term view for them to see that they can come back in historic fashion down in the 9th inning, you know, and hold on in a nail biter. Put the opponent aside. Big for them, you think?
No, you're exactly right. There are a lot of good takeaways from this series, and one of the things that you can't mimic is actual game situations. And there were some high leverage situations. There were times where you came back. There were times that things didn't go well. Things went great. And these are things that you will be able to draw on come the postseason.
Well, now the Dodgers will hopefully enjoy a happy, definitely a happy flight home to Dodger Stadium. A little 2-game homestand, the Freeway Series against those Angels. We'll see you then.
Like you said there, Steven, for sure going to be happy about that, able to get this series win, and they had to do it. How they do it, we're going to show you right now. Let's get to it. Dodgers need a win today to take the series from the Rockies. Top of the first right there, Shohei Ohtani, Jay Hare.
They call him the Big Show for a reason. 2-1 pitch right down the middle. He does not miss it. On the line, great effort there by center field Doyle, but look at the foot down. head down on contact. Great extension and follow through. Again, staying square as long as possible and exploding through the baseball.
Able to get his 21st of the season. He has been on fire the last few games, now 4 games since Mookie has been out as leadoff. I mean, look, what can't the man do? My goodness. We go to the bottom of the first. Gavin Stone getting the start. Ryan McMahon is going to go down swinging, Omar.
Great pitch, great fastball, establishing that really early in the ball game, letting them know, having the fastball command and challenge them. Great job.
Part of a 1-2-3 inning for Stone. We go to the top of the second. Kike. He said the swing is getting better as we continue to get going. Well, it could not be going any better. You got 5 home runs in the month of June. Jay Hare, he is on fire right now.
He's hitting like Freddie Freeman. I mean, he's doing this really the last 12, 13 years of his career. He's been outstanding. I just love the swing. It doesn't matter if it's a lefty or righty. His approach is middle of the field. If he's a tick late, it's going to be the left center. If he's a tick early, it's going to be the right field. All he wants to do is be short to the ball, long through it, square the ball up as much as he can. If it just happens to go out, that's a bonus. It's all about being a complete hitter. And Freddie Freeman has been just that.
Yeah, he was just talking about it's coming along because what he's seen is certain pitches that he knows that he usually squares up. He's been squaring those up more often. And that's when you start building that confidence, you as a hitter. He knows himself so well where, yeah, it's coming. Wow. We as fans say, well, it's there, but, it's hard to say as a player because you're constantly working and as soon as it's there, it can go away. But Freddie Freeman, as one of the great ones, usually knows how to keep it for a long time.
Yeah, well, hopefully he can continue what he's doing. I mean, this is just what he does, straight up professional. All right, Gavin Stone has been the surprise of the... Even Shohei was having a fun time there with the little hand move. All right, Dave Roberts is with Kirsten Watson, the media now.
Dave, just Gavin, so I know we've talked about how impressive this year has been for him, but to see him handle playing here, how efficient he was, just what stood out to you about his inning?
Well, I think today, early on, the first 5 innings, I thought the command was unbelievable. I thought the sinker, the fastball away, the late fastball up, the changeup was really good all day, and he was fantastic. I thought in that 6th inning, there were 2 walks in there. I felt that left an 0-2 heater in the hitting zone to Montero. I just felt that at that point in time, he sort of hit a wall. It wasn't for me about pitch count. It was more of this is a different environment. And I just felt a little bit the stuff wasn't, where it was the first 5 innings. And he's been nothing but phenomenal for us, and he'll be ready to go for the next one.
When you see just what this offense did today, how good was it to see them getting things going early and even seeing the ball fall for Will Smith, and also considering just how many hard hits he's had in this series so far?
It was great. He's a guy that I really don't worry about as far as the head, and I thought he took a lot of good swings. And if you look at some other ballparks, those balls that he was hitting to right field could have been homers or doubles, but it is what it is. I still think he's swinging the bat fine, regardless of the results. But CT to come to life was great. To see Shohei continue to stay hot, Freddie. And so to jump on those guys early was big. And obviously, Gavin and the defense took it over from there. But, the bullpen did a fantastic job as well.
With Gavin, when Yamamoto gets hurt, obviously people are going to wonder, what does that mean for you guys' long-term, like postseason rotation, stuff like that? Watching him those first 5 innings today, does it kind of get you excited about the potential that he has and the way his stuff has kind of continued to improve this year when you start thinking long-term about the kind of role he could have with you guys?
Absolutely. Absolutely. For Gavin, obviously losing Yoshinobu, but just the way he's just evolved. And I think for any starting pitcher, you just kind of evaluate, do they have the weapons to get left out, to get right out, to be efficient, to command the baseball, to get a strikeout when you need to, and then can you navigate 3 times to a lineup? So he's checked all those boxes, and for me, he's only getting better.
At what point do you kind of see something about the switch flip for him? At Freddie said even in spring training, you could see that there was something a little bit different about him.
I think it started out in spring training. He was more physical coming into this spring, and spring training he just had the blinders on. I think that last year he was searching, looking for, finding himself in the big leagues, not necessarily looking for validation, but just trying to find where he fit. And this year he just had a different demeanor about him, and it's certainly carried over into the season.
Do you think this could be an all-star year for him?
I do. I do. I mean, I wouldn't have bet on it, coming into the season. But, the way it's played out for 3 months, certainly. And I mean, if that happened, man, it'd be certainly well-deserved.
He's a really competitive person. How the personality plays it for him to battle in the mound?
Well, the personality, a lot of times, the player personality, the compete, not being afraid, that really manifests itself in the game. Some guys are quiet, some guys are more talkative, and but as far as a competitor, he's a really good competitor, and he's had a lot of very good pitchers around him to kind of watch and learn, but he's kind of finding his own way now, which is really fun to watch.
Do you have a pitching plan for tomorrow?
Landon Knack is going to start for us tomorrow.
Landon Knack going to get the start, which leads to the conversation of the last time we saw him was May 9th. He got a win. Haven't seen much of him 4 games this season, but I'll go to you, Nomar. What are you expecting from Landon Knack?
I know it's been 4 games, but he has looked good was being called up, put on that this year in the big league. So those 4 games, I want to see more of the same. He showed a lot of poise on the mound. He had confidence the last time he was pitching up here. Another opportunity. We talked about that. We talked about you're ready, next man up mentality. Got to be prepared for these types of moments. It looks like this year he was prepared for these moments and getting called up. Outstanding. I hope more of the same.
Yeah, again, he gives us a chance to win a ball game, and that's what you want out of every starter. He is not afraid of the big stage, not afraid to pitch at Dodger Stadium. Really, he had his first couple starts. The first inning kind of gave him some trouble. But after those innings, he was outstanding. Love the makeup. I love the determination. He understands his stuff plays here at the big league level. Hopefully more of the same.
Yeah, hopefully more of the same for Landon Knack. Getting his first starts again since May 19th. All right, we're going to come back, folks, with our final thoughts as we look ahead to tomorrow night. Shohei Ohtani hosts all friends from the Angels for a quick 2-game series.
Just like Nomar, confidence in the 9th inning, knowing we'd shut the door.
Yeah. All right. Big shout out to Nomar. Speaking of Nomar, aren't you going to be calling this game? You got Shohei facing his Angels, the Angels for the first time. What's this going to be like, Nomar?
I think it's going to be exciting. I think there's going to be just some emotions. Listen, no matter what, even though you go over there, you're playing against, old teammates. You're playing against an organization that you broke in the big leagues with because when he signed over here. So there's going to be some emotion, obviously. But at the same time, the way he's playing, you also kind of go, you know what? I want to continue showing him that, hey, this is what you kind of lost, and I'm doing pretty good over here.
Yeah, I think Shohei is very pleased with his new home in L.A.
Yeah, I think things are working out. Pretty sure they are. For Jerry, Nomar, Kirsten, coming to Washington, folks, we're going to see you tomorrow. Pre-game coverage begins at 6. You're going to throw something?
Yes.
I knew it. That was a bad throw.
いかがでしたか？いきなりのホームランしびれましたね。このチャンネルは日本人メジャー選手に対する海外のインタビューなどの翻訳動画をご紹介いたします。ぜひ、チャンネル登録、高評価よろしくお願いいたします。